Hi, I'm Lauren Williams. I'm a clinical dietitian, and today we are making a fat-free ranch. This has all of the flavor of regular ranch, but it's something that you can make at home and it's fat-free. I'm finding it very, very difficult to find fat-free ranch in the store these days, and so this can be a really great alternative, and also something that you can make at home for parties. We're actually gonna use it in our buffalo chicken dip that's also on our website, so go and check that out after you make this. We're going to start with our fat-free Greek yogurt, and you're going to need about 6 ounces. You can get the little container of Greek yogurt, but you'll need 2 because each little container is only about 5.5 ounces or so you'll need just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and measure out our Greek yogurt. You might need to stir it because it does separate just a little bit. So we'll measure out 1/2 cup and then 3/4 of a cup. In total, this is going to make about 1 cup of fat-free ranch dressing. And then 1/4 of a cup. That was a scant 1/4 of a cup, so we're gonna add another scoop. Okay. And then we're going to add all of our seasonings. So we're going to need 3/4 of a tablespoon of dried parsley. Just kind of eyeball 3/4 in a 1 tablespoon measure. And then some dried dill, 1/2 teaspoon of dried dill. I love the flavor of dill, and it gives this a true ranch flavor. Then we're gonna move on to our garlic powder. You need 3/4 of a teaspoon, so we'll do 1/2 teaspoon here, and then 1/4 of a teaspoon. And some onion powder, so same amount of onion powder, the 3/4 of a teaspoon. Our little measuring spoons are getting to work out today. And then 1/4 teaspoon each of salt and ground black pepper. I will say as I'm measuring this that you totally can use a packet of ranch seasoning, but you do have to make sure if you're cooking for somebody that needs very low fat that the packet itself doesn't contain fat. There are also some other ingredients in there that aren't in here, so it just really depends on what your flavor preference is. I usually have all of these spices in my cabinet, so I find it easier to just use what I have at home, but just know you can use a seasoning packet to make it a little bit easier if you want to. We're going to whisk all of this together. I'm going to move my Greek yogurt back over here and put the cap on. So we're going to whisk everything together. This is a really versatile recipe too because you can use it as a dip. So we have lots of things here that you can use ranch dip with, or you can add a little bit of milk to thin it out to make it the dressing itself. I love this option for parties. So sometimes whenever you go to parties, you don't always know what's in the dip and how much fat is in it. So this is a surefire way for you to know that you can have this. If you have FCS, it's a fat-free recipe. And also other people are going to love it too because it doesn't taste fat-free at all. It's really great. So again, you can pair this as it is right now. So this is the consistency that it is right now. And you can pair this with some pretzel thins. These are a very low-fat option. You have different types of vegetables here, and it would be really great for a party. Now we're gonna add 1/2 cup of skim or fat-free milk to kind of thin it out into that dressing consistency. And this is really something that you can individualize based on your personal preference. So you can thin it out to whatever consistency you prefer for a dressing. Stir slowly. You don't want the milk and everything to slosh everywhere. This consistency is actually a little thinner than I would prefer, but that's okay. In the kitchen, sometimes you just have to go off script a little bit, right? And so we're gonna add a little bit more of our yogurt to thicken it up just a tad. And it shouldn't change the overall taste of it. You're just kind of wanting to thicken this up a little bit. There we go, that's much better. So now you can use this on your favorite salad. We're actually going to use this, like I said, in our buffalo chicken dip recipe. And so you have, again, a very great tasting fat-free ranch dressing that has all of the flavor, the normal consistency of ranch dressing, but none of the fat.